superset of Arnold classic days. The back and the chest.
That is right. Welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding. And today is a very classic bodybuilding day because, as I just said, we are doing back and chest supersets, starting with the seated row, and right now I'm supersetting it with the pec deck. So yes, I'm still keeping in mind that I want to work the upper chest, so I'm working the upper chest by doing the pec deck, keeping the elbows fairly high, at least a little higher than I normally would if I would work the entire pecs. But normally I would do the bench press, for example, and the seated row, or the lat pull down and the bench press, 2 compounds. But I want to try this isolation movement first, because that's what I've been doing to fix my upper chest weak point, and it has certainly already paid off.
Stretch.
So it has been quite a long time since I've done supersets with chest and back, mainly because I was focused on several competitions and I didn't want to take any risks. Despite having done this in the past before competitions, I was doing something different, keeping it basically. But now that I'm in the off season, I'm ready to build some serious classic golden era muscle. So I'm going to do a lot more supersets. Basically, I've got a new workout split comparable to one I've had a few months ago, where I would have 1 week of regular chest day, back day, and leg day, and 1 week of supersets. So chest and back, triceps and biceps, but the leg day would remain the same, because I might even try supersetting quads and hamstrings, but it's not as easy because the best compound movements work both the hamstrings and the quads, as in, for example, the bench press doesn't work the back at all.
This is tiring stuff, man. You train your stamina at the same time. That's how classic bodybuilding works. It's healthy and it builds muscle.
And that is true as well. These supersets, trust me, will get you sweating after the first exercise, because I'm already sweating a little bit, and normally that doesn't happen, especially at this time of year. It doesn't happen until at least halfway the workout. But this just takes so much more energy out of you that you will notice a very big difference in terms of how much stamina you're using, how much of your conditioning you are actually putting forth to complete the workout. And that's very good for your overall cardiovascular health. So what I'm actually doing today is a lot of back thickness exercises, because I wanted to do something different while doing the supersets. I'm used to doing the regular bench press, T-bar row, incline bench press, bent over row, etc. But I wanted something different from the usual superset workouts, mainly because right now I have to focus on specific weak points in my physique. And for me, that is, in terms of my back, I want to work more on the back thickness than the width. Although the width can improve as well, but the thickness right now is more important. And as for the chest, I want to work more isolation movements, especially at the beginning of the workout, starting out with some sort of fly movement to really work a specific part of the chest. This exercise is a lot like the V-bar row that I just did, but this one will actually go deeper than the lats. You will actually contract the lower back very much as well. That is a great movement to really complete the thickness, not just on your upper back but also the lower back. and the stretch is amazing as well. Always remember to stretch when doing back exercises, guys. And then we superset it with a chest press, but I have altered this one as well, and you guys have seen me do this a couple of times in regular chest workouts. So first, you do 8 reps of the regular grip, as you see right there, and then you do 8 reps of the hammer grip. And when you look at my chest right now, you can see it's squeezing very hard, and that automatically happens when you grab it in this hammer grip. So that's very good for mind-muscle connection and for getting the best possible pump. So, for the people who are not aware of the benefits of supersetting chest and back, I will tell you. First of all, they are antagonist muscle groups, and that means they are opposites. When you do chest, you push weights, and when you do back, you pull weights. So they have an opposite way of working. So, when you do this exercise that you just saw, for example, a high row, what happens is that when you contract your back, your chest is being stretched, and because you've got a pump in both your back and chest, this will flush the blood all throughout a lot more, because we all know that stretching is very important for your muscles, but when it's happening during an exercise that's following up to the previous exercise, then the benefits are through the roof. A pump is very important in the gym. It delivers nutrients to the muscle. It makes sure that it is stretched outwards in terms of the fascia surrounding it, and the more that is able to stretch, the easier it is for the muscle underneath to grow.
Dus lekker dubbel bicep.
Alles goed? Ja hoor.
Ja.
So this is the last movement that I'll be doing with the back in terms of rowing movements, the supported T-bar row. I really like this exercise because you don't have to focus on anything but pulling the weight. When you do a regular T-bar row, you still have to balance your body. You have to make sure your back is arched, your lower back, and that you don't strain it. But with this, you can just stretch it out as far as you possibly can and contract it very hard by arching your back, and that is what I recommend. When you pull the weight upwards and contract your back at the exercise that I just did, you want to arch your back, because that way your muscles will squeeze and contract a lot harder than if you don't arch your back. And then we superset that right away with a dumbbell press, and that again is a recommendation to do. When you're supersetting back and chest, you kind of want the exercises to be close to each other, because you don't want to walk throughout the entire gym every time you gotta change the exercise. For example, if you do the lat pull down and then you've got to do the bench press, if you have to walk for a few seconds to get there, it kind of takes away from the effect of the superset. You want to be able to simply keep going almost without a break. So what my workout split looks like for this week, I'm basically doing back and chest twice a week, arm supersets once a week, and legs twice a week. But what I make sure of is that right now I'm doing back and chest, starting out with the back and then doing the chest exercise. Now the next time in this week, which would be 2 to 3 days later, that I hit this superset day again, I make sure to start out with the chest and then the back to balance everything out. You don't always want to start with the same muscle group. You want to be able to balance them, that you stay in proportion like the bodybuilders from the golden era. And of course, how could I not do this one on this day? This is absolutely the best exercise you can do to finish off a back and chest superset workout. Why? Because the dumbbell pullover works both the back and the chest. Right here you can see my back stretching when I let the dumbbell go down, and my chest contracting when I pull the dumbbell up. And you can visibly see that as well. So it's a synergistic exercise that works both muscles at the same time, gives you a great pump, great blood flow, and it's just an amazing exercise to give you that classic look. And then we finish off the workout with some side lateral raises. You want to keep those shoulders nice and round and capped, but what I like to do is 5 sets with quite a lot of reps. Now, why is this? If you do less reps, that automatically means you'll be able to do more weight. And when you do more weight, other muscles such as your traps might take over some of the load, and that will actually make it into more of a compound exercise rather than an isolation exercise. For the side delts, I am able to focus so much better on the side delts by doing lighter reps, that if I compare it to doing heavier reps, it's almost like it's a completely different exercise. So I recommend, and for getting a great pump, to do it this way. Anyway guys, this was the video of the day. I'm going to start doing the superset workouts more often. The next workout will probably be an arm superset workout in which we will do some special stuff. But anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and don't forget to stay golden.
So the transverse abdominis is basically the lowest layer, the deepest layer of your abdominal region. It has little to do with the visible abs, which are your